All right, everyone. SportsBook Sports here, all things sports betting. I'm your host, Connor, with my boy here, GA.
Welcome to episode 3.
Yes, sir.
100K challenge.
Part 3, 100K challenge. Fuck is up. We're about to make 100K off this sports betting shit. So far, a decent start to it.
Yeah, not bad. We missed yesterday. We had some stuff going on.
Yeah. So we're not going to be putting out the picks every single day. We're definitely going to try to, especially if we like picks every day.
Might be some days we just don't like anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like yesterday, I didn't really have anything that stood out. I was telling you before, I was a little upset because I had the Mariners the day before, and I was just a day off with them.
Yep.
I didn't really even like them yesterday, but they had a little bit better of a matchup, I think, of whoever was pitching against them from the Blue Jays. Robbie Ray just came out and fucking threw a game for them, and then they also had some runs back them up.
Yep.
But decent start so far. Some good games on the board tonight. Missed some of the day games. I think that's another thing we're going to try to do is get this thing out a little bit earlier so we can catch some of the day games if there's, anything we like on the board for those.
Yeah, especially with like summer sports and stuff. There's just so much going on. Tennis, golf,
soccer,
the Euro Cup and all that stuff.
Baseball always has day games going on.
Yep.
So there's definitely some opportunity there, and getting this out at 5 or even a little bit later tonight just, shrinks it a little bit and puts some games out of reach that we can't get to because obviously people would be like, oh, you're making up your picks, blah, blah, blah. And that's we're just not doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you were just telling us, like the last couple of days, like I think we were talking about a little bit today. Like when I like bets, at least when I'm looking at them now for baseball, I like matchups team wise, not necessarily pitchers wise.
Yeah.
So I've had the Rockies every day. If you took the Rockies last night, that was a winner.
Yeah.
I've had the Braves last couple of days. If you took the Braves last night, that was a winner.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If we like for me at least for my baseball picks, I like series.
Yeah.
So I haven't dove into yet just picking like individual pitchers on a given night.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the teams as a whole. So
yeah. And I think that's the thing is, too, especially when you see a matchup. I know you would have, like you were saying, you were talking about it this morning, and even yesterday you wanted to take, like, the Braves again because they really should have won the night
Braves,
before.
White Sox, and...
Yeah, you pretty much said you would have taken the same exact games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken the Mariners again.
Yeah. And it would have been easy wins, which kills me because those are the best.
That's what I'm saying. You were just a day off with that. I mean, the Braves ended up winning 20-3.
Yeah.
I did want to bet the Clippers a little bit last night, but I didn't end up taking anything on it because I had the future bet. So I was just like, why even pay more money for a game that if they lose, I'm out double the money?
Yeah, you didn't really have enough money or enough odds on it to really hedge it out.
Yeah.
Like I'm still thinking about with the...
There was never a
Bucks
chance
tonight.
really to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a huge amount of money on the future, and I only got it at plus 275.
Yep.
So me to try to make some money off that series, every game, even the Suns series bet was like minus 200 to start.
Yeah.
So it was just out of reach right from the beginning.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess we can dive into...
So let's recap where we're at because we were off yesterday.
Yep.
So right now, again, we started with 10,000 each.
Yep.
So right now, I'm 2-3. I'm down $250. I've been betting $200 to $250 a game.
Yep.
Connor, you're 2-1.
Yep.
You got a Bucks live bet in, so we tweeted that out. Again, follow us on Twitter, SportsBook Sports on Instagram and YouTube, SportsBook Talks on Twitter.
Yep.
Give us a like, give us a subscription. That would be great. And you're even right now.
Yep.
So sometimes it's a great spot to be, especially if you're having a bad week. Sometimes it's just good to just, hold water, be even.
I was going to say, I was just pissed because I took the Bucks live money line. Like, I thought they got them at a good price. And then Giannis gets hurt like 4 minutes into the half.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't know where that game was going to go in the second half because the Hawks were just playing really good basketball.
Yep.
But, I think that if Giannis is in there, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that was my point.
Yeah, he has stretches where he's just dominant.
Yeah. And I was just, I'd be up 1,000 if I didn't decide to hedge that.
Yep.
But I took the safe route. And what I really should have done, because at one point, they were even at +3 live. Okay. And you could have got that at +100, just even flat.
Okay.
And
so you could take it at 3 points.
Yeah, I took the money line a little early.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks ended up going up by like 14 or something at one point. And then that's when it moved to 3.5, and that was still even money.
Okay.
So it was like that was some good odds to take it there, because even if the Hawks win by like a buzzer beater or a close game, you still got an opportunity to hedge middle it.
Yeah,
middle it. 9-point middle there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so far so good.
Yeah.
I think we're both in a good spot. This is just the first couple days, 2 days worth of picks so far.
Yeah, not too bad.
And also, as you just mentioned, I think it's a little quirk that we should mention right now is that we'll be posting any live bets to the Twitter.
Yep.
So no one thinks this is some mumbo jumbo we got going on.
Yeah.
And I come back like if I middled that and I'm up $3,000 right now, no one's like, oh, you just made that pick up because you can do that. But now
Twitter gives you the timestamps and all that stuff. It's
we're trying to be transparent with it, you know.
And if you do all that stuff, you're not really doing anything. You're just cheating yourself. So
exactly. And we're not here to put on a facade like.
Yeah.
Some like when we talked about the Scandi cappers and shit, that's not what we're here to do. We're trying to put on some entertainment for everyone. That's what it's about, you know.
All right, so let's get to tonight's picks. You know, July 1st, kicking off a new month here. I'm back with a little basketball as well as baseball. So I like the Hawks tonight. Again, I'm doing $250 on every bet. So that 2 to 3% of my bankroll range. That's where I want to be, and just try to string together a couple good weeks. So Hawks, I'm going money line.
Okay.
I think they're the -3 right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook, or +3. I'm sorry. So yeah, they're getting 3 points again. No Giannis. I don't know if Trae Young's playing tonight, but either way, I think that they just have enough players that their depth, their 4, 5, and 6 guys, I think can just compete better with the Bucks 4, 5, and 6 guys.
Definitely.
They can focus on Middleton. They can focus on Holiday for the Hawks.
Did they announce anything about Trae Young? Is he playing?
I don't know. I don't think so. My guess is going to be kind of the same kind of thing. It's going to be like they're going to go to the shoot around, see how he feels afterwards.
Yeah.
And then, I mean,
they definitely
took at 8:30.
I was going to say Giannis is definitely out though. They called him out, right?
Yeah, I mean, they reported no structural damage in his knee or his legs, which is great. I don't know what that means as far as a timetable to return. I don't know if that means this year, if this series, or what.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Hawks 250. That wins 320.
Yep.
So that's nice for me. I'm pretty happy about that. I think that they're in a good spot. After last game's win kind of bounced back for them. And then I'm going with 2 baseball picks. So I'm going with the Rockies. Again, I've been betting the Rockies every day that they're home. I'm going to bet against them every day that they're on the road.
Yep.
They have the worst split in baseball, so just keep an eye out on that. And there's just something to keep in mind. Like, we're not, again, like I'm just for the baseball stuff, it's not necessarily betting the same team every night. It's what their position is. The Mets when they're home, the Mets on the road.
Yeah. I looked at that Rockies split today, and it's fucking wild how good they are at home.
It's if they keep it up, it's gonna be the craziest, like, probably of all time.
Like, that has to be something to do with like the air or some shit up there, because that's.
Again, just to recap, 27-11 against the spread at home, 9-24 on the road.
Is that the middle one that you're looking at over there?
Home and away, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. They're just like, it's crazy.
Overall, 36-35. So, like, overall, they're 50-50. But if you bet them right, you're cashing tickets, a couple tickets a week.
Fade them away and take them home.
Yep. So I'm taking the Rockies. They're getting a run and a half tonight, so that drops their odds a little bit. So, I was thinking about taking the money line on them. Money line right now, it's just not as appetizing. It's plus 108. So, I figured, you know what? They're going against a new team tonight. The Cardinals are in town.
Yeah.
Adam Wainwright's pitching. He's obviously not the same he was a few years ago, but still new opponent. They've been hot. They just sweep the Pirates, so they're not the best team in the world. So taking the run and a half, minus 138 odds, gets me to 180, 116 if I win on that $250 bet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting back to it with the San Francisco Giants. They're another team that's just been, I think, kind of playing above what people expected.
Yep.
And they're going against the Diamondbacks. So they're on the road tonight. I'm taking them minus a run and a half. So that's 250 to win 245. 10's pretty much even money as far as I'm concerned. Arizona, 19-17 against the spread at home. So they're pretty good, but then the Giants on the road 27-11 on the year.
Fuck.
On the road.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that keeps up. And, if I hit 2 of these bets tonight, I'm pretty happy. I'll be up money, get me closer back to the 0 mark, and then keep shooting up from there.
And take it from there.
Yep.
Yeah, so on my end, I'm taking one of the games that you're on with the Rockies, but I'm taking the over in that game.
Yep.
A lot of people are on the under. For whatever reason, the line did drop a point, but I think that's just favoring me because it opened up at 12.
Yep.
But I think that just shows, I don't know what Vegas knows about tonight, but obviously the ball floats a little bit more in Colorado. If you look in the past year, some of the higher scoring games consistently come from there.
Yeah, and they usually have a higher run total to go with that.
Exactly. So I just think I think tonight they're going to come out, put on a good showing, and I think the Cardinals have enough bats against can't even pronounce the dude's name that's pitching for the Rockies tonight, but I don't think he's going to have a good performance. And I think the over is going to be light work. I think it might happen in the first 6 innings.
Yeah, both those guys have high ERAs. So above 3.5 for both of them.
Yeah. And then the other one I'm taking is the Dodgers money line. They had Gonsolin starting at first, and then they actually just scratched him, and they're starting another dude, Gonzalez, who's been more of a relief pitcher.
Okay.
But I still think even if they do, I think he's been solid. He's got a low ERA, pitches well in relief, but I think he's going to come out and do one of those how the MLB's been transformed into that a little bit, where relief pitchers start. I don't think it ever equates to anything, especially when it comes to the postseason, because you need starters. That's what was crazy about the Rays last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But then when they got to the playoffs, their starters were pitching well.
Yeah.
But I think tonight the Dodgers are just they're a great team. They're playing the Nationals. I just think the 140 is a little low for the money line, was what I got them at. But I'm putting 475 on them. In total, I'll be betting 1,000 to win 830.
Yep.
Essentially, I'm back to even. So from here on out, it's just keeping a win streak, put it together, go 1-1, and be a little bit. I learned something from the hedge that I didn't really. I've been in positions to middle and hedge before, and I've done a good job with it.
Yep.
But that game taught me something where I could have put myself in a better position to not worry about not having a chance. You know what I mean? Because the way that game was going, right?
Yeah.
Was the Hawks were just essentially dominating.
Yeah.
The Bucks couldn't get within 5-6 points.
Yeah.
Anytime they would go on a little run, the Hawks would answer right back.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought I caught them at the right time, but I should have just waited, because as that game moves on, the line for the Bucks keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, as you get closer to the end of the game.
Exactly. And until it gets close, until if I would have waited till the third quarter, and even if the Bucks got within 3, the line still would have been a lot smaller than what it would have been as if they got within 3 in the first quarter. You know what I mean? They might have still been even money just to win the game.
Yeah.
When in the beginning of the game they weren't even money until they got down 14.
Yeah.
When they were down 7 and 8, they were still minus 180 money line.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's just something I learned from following the live line, and I never really, just to dive into it a little bit, I never really had opportunities to do it as much, because in New York there's no chance for that unless you're at the casino sitting there. So the experience I have of live betting isn't tremendous.
Yep.
I've done it a little bit, but not as frequently as I hope to once New York gets mobile betting, because there's so much value in it.
So much opportunity. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point too.
Yeah, I think that's a big topic.
What middling is, and
I think just live betting in general is one of the smartest things to do, because if you like whoever you like, and you just gotta hope that if you like the Hawks in that game, you just gotta hope that they don't do what they did to start the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was the opposite and say they went down by 15 quick, you're going to get them at plus 20 instead of +6.
Yeah, the way I look at it, too, it's like Vegas sets a line before the game, right? So Vegas sets a line tonight, it's -3.
Yeah.
One team gets up 15 real quick.
Yeah.
Vegas is right 99% of the time, so chances are it's going to get back to 3 points at some point.
Exactly.
So that's where the big opportunities are. I mean, I saw opportunities. I didn't bet any college baseball on this, but I wish I did, because I just saw opportunities with those, just quick scores, and then just have an opportunity, especially with the ball pens and stuff like that, not being as great in college.
Yeah.
You can make some good live bets there. Same thing with soccer too. Someone just scores quick. You're expecting a 1-0, a 2-1 game, and all of a sudden you got one goal.
Yeah,
right out
real
the bat.
quick.
It changes the odds completely live.
Yeah. Another on topic, but the game the other night, I was looking at it actually, and the Red Sox under.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I like the way this has gone so far, even though they scored 7 runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
I was like, the first 3 runs that the Royals scored just shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this 11 still has a shot. So I was like shook, but I wasn't. And live for them, the over-under was 14.5.
Yeah.
So, like, if you still like the under, you got them 3.5 runs more, even though they put up 7 already. But you have a much better juice. You can at least put the play in and see what happens. You know? So, yeah, live betting is definitely a discussion we got to have, because that shit, a lot of fucking value there.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
All right, that's our picks for today. We'll recap again tomorrow and kind of go over everything. And then we'll keep you updated over the weekend. Really on the Twitter, SportsBook Talks on Twitter. Instagram, SportsBook Sports. YouTube, SportsBook Sports here. Give us a like, give us a subscription.
Yeah, share, follow.
Yep, all that good stuff.
Just put it out there. Like, we're not selling our picks. We're giving them out for free. We don't claim to be, handicappers and all that shit, even though we think we have a good system in place, because mentally we've been doing it for a while.
Yep.
So, yeah, just follow the picks, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, interact with us online, too, because we just like talking about it all day long.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you guys later.
See you then.